So let's go ahead and talk about this fun story. Ha 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 ha. Crazy conspiracy theorist, Return of the Frog's gay, aluminum foil hat wearing Alex Jones, right? He said all the time, oh, they're setting me up. They're going after Trump. He was right. Okay. Right here, Sound Investigation just recently came out with this, and other people have covered this, but it's one of those things where if not enough people cover it, not enough people are going to know about it. So I don't want to get swept under the rug. People need to know it. Democrats need to know it. Democrat voters, not the people high up, they already know about it. Democrat voters, listen to this. This is for you. This is the thing that I was talking about like 3 weeks ago, about the whole bloodbath thing. When Trump said bloodbath, all liberal media took it out of context and tried to lie to you and say that he said something he didn't say. Not only that, but I showed you other examples about stuff they've left out, and it completely changed the context of what he was talking about, Trump, right? I don't care if you vote for Trump. I want you to understand that these people are lying to you, that the news media doesn't care about you, and they want to lie and manipulate you. I want you to get pissed off about that. Now, if that doesn't make you vote for Trump, that's fine. Maybe you still support Biden and the Democrat Party at large. That's fine. Do your thing. But you've got to understand, I am trying to help these other journalists, content creators, whatever you want to call them, YouTubers, Rumblers, whatever, get out here and spread facts that are not being shared in the mainstream media, or at least not as they should be, because this empowers us, you and me, the people, and they don't like that. Let's look at this. Sound Investigations did an incredible job, and we'll look at this a little bit. I won't play the whole thing. Obviously, I want you guys to go check them out. Link to this Twitter will be in the description below, as any sources I use, FYI. But it says, breaking: CIA officer, former FBI, boasts can put anyone in jail. Set them up. We call it a nudge. FBI did what we wanted with Alex Jones, took his money away, chopped his legs off. Estimates 20 undercover FBI agents at January 6th. Works with some of them now at CIA. FBI uses embellished news, fake social media to really get people mad. So it talks about some of this. I know it already started playing. I'll go back a little bit. But yeah, it's already been exposed that there were over 20 undercover FBI agents or other intelligence officers there on January 6th that were helping the incitement of violence, but yet they went after Trump. So understand this. Chuck Schumer said, I think it was in 20, maybe 21, I don't remember. But Chuck Schumer said, and I'm going to read a quote, so excuse me. He said, "Let me tell you, you take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you." Now, this was about Trump going after his own intelligence community, which he should have done, and he did do. And now we see the fruits of that labor. We see what happens when you do mess with the intelligence community. How many indictments does he have? How much money does he have to put up there? And we're gonna understand that's. I'm gonna play this video, and it's gonna help you understand a little bit more about what they're doing and how they're doing it. But they went after Alex Jones. You better believe they went after Trump, and they're going after other folks as well. So I'm gonna play just a little bit of this. I think I got it turned up for you. Let's see.
You can kind of put anyone in jail if you know what to do.
I don't have it turned up.
Does the Bureau? You can kind of put anyone in jail if you know what to do.
How? Does the Bureau practice entrapment a lot?
And we get really close. We call it a nudge.
A nudge.
A nudge. Sometimes you just gotta give them a quick little, just to see what happens. Sometimes you light the fuse and just wait for it to follow. Nothing like putting out a fake social media thing to like really get people mad.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, so we were after him.
You are?
We did what we wanted.
Which was what?
Took his money away, chopped his legs off.
Gavin O'Blennis is a contracting officer.
All right, I'm gonna pause it. I think there might be a little bit more I'll play here, but here's a guy. And so since this has come out, this guy's LinkedIn's disappeared, his Facebook page has disappeared. I wouldn't be surprised if not too long from now he may disappear for exposing this. And of course, this is one of those, just like with Project Veritas, or what is it called now? media group. God, I can't think of his name. O'Keefe Media Group, OMG. With what he's doing with continuing what Project Veritas did, what he was with him, but the undercover investigative stuff, right? They're exposing all kinds of folks. I mean, he just recently was talking to the judge that was over the Trump trial in New York, and he was a creeper, big time, in a gym, and yeah, he's a weird guy, a little scrawny weird guy. Here they are. Again, I love my LGB community, but it's I've talked about that plenty of my thoughts, but yeah, so often it seems like the ones that do sit down and just spill the tea are gay, and they think they're on a date with another gay person. So it's funny to me. I don't know. Are gay people known to just be more prone to openly speak about stuff and spill the tea and share confidential information? It seems like that's who they often get. So I don't know. Maybe they're just lucky. I don't know. Here's a little bit more though. He's going to talk about kind of what they did with Alex, and like Alex Jones or not. Again, this is one of those things. Like, I'm not trying to talk you into liking Alex Jones. I'm trying to expose what they're doing to someone that they don't like, whether you like him or not. Again, this should upset you. This is one of those things like most of the United States didn't really care about border security because it didn't directly impact them. Now more states and more cities are experiencing issues with it, and now it does, and now they care. And that's just like what they say when at first they came for the Jews and I said nothing, and then they came for me, something like that. I know I butchered it, but it's one of those things. The intelligence community can go after anyone and everyone. So just because they're going after people you may not like right now does not mean they're not going to start going after people you do like. And if you start speaking up and getting out of line, it doesn't mean they're not going to come after you as well. Keep that in mind. I'm not trying to talk you into liking Alex Jones. I'm trying to expose this corrupt system that we have.
Political commentator Alex Jones's legal battles.
As long as the Bureau is able to progress far enough to be able to put pro-lifers in jail whenever they want.
Yeah.
You think that's on the agenda?
You can kind of put anyone in jail if you know what to do.
How?
You set them up. You create the situation to where they have no choice but to act on their impulse. And once they act on that impulse, then we call that entrapment. It's a fine line.
Does the Bureau practice entrapment a lot?
We get really close.
Not officially.
No. We get as close as we can. We get as close as we can to it without doing it.
So they can entrap some of these pro-lifers into doing things that they don't.
Depending, yeah. We call it a nudge.
They call it
like
a nudge. Where is that?
People mad.
Mm-hmm.
Post fake news. Sometimes it's not fake. It's embellished a little bit.
Who would be like a big influencer that you're after? You're like I don't even know these names. Like a Fox News person or like a Tucker Carlson or like.
I'm sure he's on the radar. Right. You always want the biggest and loudest. Like that. What was his name? The one that said Sandy Hook didn't happen.
Alex Jones.
Yeah. So we were after him.
You are?
Hardcore.
Are you still after him? Why?
Because he's broke. He got found guilty and had to pay like $100 million.
So why were you after him?
We're not anymore.
Just to get the money from him?
Yeah.
Was that court case used? Was that a CIA
Sure
thing?
was.
That was the agency thing?
Well, actually, it was a defamation case, so it's a civil. Not.
All right, so a couple things. One, they went after Alex to get his money. They're not worried about him anymore. You don't think they're after Trump right now to get his money? You look at the court cases against him and the bonds and the bells and the whatever he's got to pay, the penalties, right? Astronomical amounts we've never seen before. You don't think these guys are behind it? Come on, man. I don't care how much of a staunch liberal, Democrat supportive Biden lover you are, Trump derangement syndrome, Trump hater, never Trumper you are. If you don't realize how jacked up it is that they're slapping him with hundreds of millions of dollars in fines over something petty, and it is something very petty, you've completely got your blinders on and are being dishonest to yourself. Honestly. If they did it to him, they're doing it to Trump. They're doing it to other people too. I'm gonna let him finish up right here. And he talks about kind of the way that they went about it with Alex. Okay. And then we'll wrap up this segment.
Government. But we were looking at all of his followers, commenting, following, like, who's that going to lead us to, right? So even though it's technically not our, well, not the agency definitely, but the Bureau, for instance, yeah, that's not our purview. It's a civil matter. But since they got all this access to his stuff and it's there, what can we go find?
And did you find anything?
I can't tell you if we did. But, so, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, realize the opportunity that you have.
So with Alex Jones, you were watching him long before anything ended up happening.
Probably. It wasn't my office, but, I mean, we would have been well aware of what he was doing.
And the goal with him was what? Just to bankrupt him? What?
We let the families do it.
Were they encouraged to do that by the Bureau?
Yeah. All right. So this is the part I was looking for. So again, the nudge thing, right? They didn't go after Alex. They encouraged the families to do it, make it a civil thing, and go after all his money. Listen to this, and we're done. I'm sorry, guys.
Encouraged to do that by the Bureau? Like a nudge?
We don't encourage people, but like we just say there's no federal statute being broken, but you do have the option for a civil case, and it's a pretty good case.
Nice.
In our opinion.
So, that makes so much sense. I have a cousin who's a lawyer. So that's a lot of these cases. They're kind of encouraged by the FBI.
Yeah, like there's nothing federal law we can do, but civilly, we can go at them that way and chop his legs off.
And they did. Yeah. So the FBI was happy.
We didn't care. We were like, oh.
Basically, the citizens did your job.
Yeah.
Oh, how sad. This is a former FBI agent, CIA, whatever. What was he? He was a CIA officer, former FBI, boasting about pushing citizens, families of Sandy Hook survivors or Sandy Hook victims or whatnot, to go after Alex Jones, cut his legs off, take all his money, and basically paralyze this man from doing anything and everything, taking his life away, his livelihood for sure. And now he's got other people that work for him that were at January 6th, like on the grounds, but never went inside, and they were arrested. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, but they continue to get away with it because it continues to get swept under the rug again by liberal mainstream media, possibly even conservative mainstream media. And because people like me and some of these other people talking about it are not as big, you know, it's harder for us to get our message out. So I do encourage you that if this is something that it is enlightening to you, something that ticks you off and you think more people need to hear it, by all means, like, share, subscribe, send it to a friend, whatever. Again, all these segments are going to be clipped out and released individually. You can just take this one little segment when it's released, share it with whoever you want to share it with, and let them know that this kind of stuff is going on. And it will continue to go on until somebody handles it. Come on now. Land of the free and home of the brave. Not if we don't take our country back.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this clip from the Morning Mayhem. Remember, this is just a portion of the full show that comes out every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you hadn't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the full shows or these tasty little nuggets.